This is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, and it would be fabulous if you subscribed. It's easy. Click the subscribe button, and at the same time, click the like button too. Those electricity bills dropping into homes last week, well, everybody's was super high across Thailand for sure, seeing many report a 50% increase. Prices per unit remain high, and despite the extra AC to combat the heat, bills have seen many struggle. With the election coming in a few weeks here, most parties have promised price cuts if elected, but then that's the norm here ahead of voting. If you think your bill is high, a Rayong resort operator expected the usual $500,000 bill for this time of the year, but instead was handed one for 711,000 baht 1 month.
The Expat scam we reported on last week, available for viewing on our website, alwayspattaya.com. Well, thanks to over 5,500 views on YouTube alone, we have received several listener contacts, all showing proof that they have lost a lot of money. With 4 British sellers now listed by the group, which intends to pass its data on to the authorities here, they still invite anyone else scammed to contact them. The highest amount to be taken so far, £750,000, and investigations have already begun in the capital and Pattaya region.
And the Met Office tells us all from north to central and eastern provinces should expect flash storms from now through to midweek. Yesterday saw many regions deluged, but once again our own region didn't see a drop. That, though, could change at any time. And maps, they can show a clear sky across the country, yet an hour later see it covered with cloud. The warning is also out for swimmers to avoid the bay area as a whole, sticking to pools instead, as high waves are all part of those storm fronts. Another strange tale of kidnap in the capital, again involving Chinese. It seems a 28-year-old Chinese tourist out enjoying entertainment in the capital met a fellow countryman and was invited back to his rooms. But when they arrived, a second man, also Chinese, was there, and together they bound her up and forced her to transfer money to the value of over 400,000 baht to them via her telephone. She swears blind that she'd never met either of the two before. And so another Chinese kidnap tale hits the wires. Both men are believed to have flown out of the country before the alarm was raised. In Pattaya, moneylenders were nabbed by police who seized their records, showing interest rates of 304% per year. 2 people were arrested, and the raids follow complaints from those duped via Facebook adverts that offered loans and goods on monthly payment schemes. The wettest part of Thailand this week? Well, it has to be Mae Hong Son, where a reported 500 tourists enjoyed 2 days of tubing fun. That's floating around in what's basically a truck inner tube on rivers there. It's often the highlight of student and backpackers' trips, and with the river levels very low, it's also very safe too. Meanwhile at home, and in Silachar, locals claim that it was a European local who drove his big bike into a local lady who was riding home on a scooter. Both had to be hospitalised, and alcohol test results have not been released. With all the good news of the relatively excellent and safe experience of Pattaya Songkran, one news story remains of concern to locals, that of a 28-year-old Turkish yob who headbutted a 61-year-old Thai man who was celebrating the festivity and fun. It seems the Turk didn't enjoy getting lightly sprinkled with water and knocked the man to the floor, leaving him in a coma and still, we're told, under medical care. A year in Thailand didn't teach him quite how things work here, and reports indicate that he attacked other people too. He's believed to still be in police custody. Movenpick in Jomtien saw guests enjoying a 5-course dinner at the weekend, with a difference, in that it was prepared by a French Michelin chef from a newly awarded restaurant in the capital. As a pal of the head chef at Movenpick, he'd agreed to oversee the service of the 5 excellent courses in the New York grill room there. Now renowned for the most splendid of Sunday buffets around, Sunday visitors to the Movenpick are advised to book ahead, as many weekends see them sold out. And sailors from the US Navy carrier Nimitz and its accompanying vessels are expected to visit Thailand from today through to Saturday. Prior to COVID, these visits saw serving members assisting with charity projects in much of our region and donating to food and supply banks. This year has already seen them port at 3 other Asian nations. Smog in our region, well, it remained very high through the weekend, but has dropped slightly as much of the country saw rain. Humidity will rise as those rains evaporate, and sadly the smog levels of last week are expected to return. The Met Office predicts highs of 34 dropping to 29, with the real feel of 42, along with a cloudy and very humid hot day. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.